The Brahma Sthiti represents a spiritual attainment, and those who embody it are called Avadhutas. The ancient sage Adi Shankara describes an Avadhuta as a Balon Mattava Deva, indicating that while an Avadhuta is not childish, he is childlike or Bala. He is not mad, but he behaves like a madman, Unmata, and though he is not intoxicated, he appears to be so. Poondi Swami is one such great Avadhuta who lived in the 20th century. He arrived in Poondi village located in Kalasapakkam town, Thiruvannamalai district, Tamil Nadu. His name and past are unknown, and he became known as Poondi Swami when he first appeared in the town in 1935, presenting himself like a madman. Initially, Poondi Swami resided in a local Ganesha temple, a dilapidated mosque, or sometimes under trees by the roadside. In his early days, he wore a long, torn shirt that reached his knees. If someone took pity on him and gave him another shirt, he would wear the new one over the old. Old empty cigarette packets, stubs, and scraps of paper filled his shirt pockets. He never asked for food or water. Those who felt sorry for him had to feed him like a child. He would only smoke if someone placed a cigarette in his mouth and lit it for him. Swami never spoke or bathed, which left his body dirty and swarming with flies, and his hair matted with grime. He roamed in silence wherever he wished, and no one ever heard him mention the name of God or discuss spiritual topics. The locals who considered the Swami a madman saw him seated on the banks of the Cheyyar river when a flash flood occurred. They assumed he had drowned in the flood. Once the river waters receded, the villagers rushed to the spot where they last saw him. To their amazement, they found him alive, buried up to his neck in sand. They dug him out and he casually walked away as if nothing had happened. After witnessing that the Swami was still alive and walking calmly despite being submerged in the flood for a long time, the villagers realized he was no madman but a Mahatma. He then became known as Atragal Swami or River Swami, as Atra translates to river in Tamil. In the 1960s, after his wanderings, Swami arrived in Poondi village near Kalasapakkam town and sat on the porch of a house beside the road. He never left that porch for the next 18 years until his Mahasamadhi in 1978, and thus people began to refer to him as Poondi Swami. He embodied Ajagara Bhava, a rare yogic state that eliminates the need for bodily movements, allowing him to remain motionless in blissful absorption for a long duration without food or water like a python. This fact was evident when a devotee had a darshan of Swami, noticing that he had no awareness of his body. One devotee would tie the hair of Swami into a tuft and decorate it with flowers. Another would arrive and change it according to their preference, even anointing the body of Swami with vibhuti or sacred ash on his face, hands, and chest. Swami observed all these and just sat like a statue without any objections. The family whose porch he occupied surrendered their home to him, yet Swami remained silent, showing no outward acknowledgement. He rarely spoke, occasionally communicating in sign language, but mostly maintaining his quiet demeanor. A devotee from Mayiladurai once suffered from stomach pain. He tried various remedies without success, and upon consulting someone, he discovered that his ancestors enjoyed a temple property which infuriated the deity and caused him to suffer from his ailment. The person suggested that he seek the blessings of Poondi Swami and offer him a glass of milk on a Thursday. After gathering information about Swami for a month, the devotee travelled to Poondi village. He had darshan of Swami and initially offered him a glass of cow milk, which Swami rejected. Later, another devotee seated near Swami picked up the milk and encouraged Swami to help resolve the issue. Poondi Swami cryptically stated, "Each bears their karmas. His sins will get washed completely but gradually. The one obtained through karma must be cleared only with dharma. Ask him to come again." Consequently, every Thursday the ailing devotee brought milk to Swami, and after several weeks, through the grace of Swami, he got cured of his stomachache. In another instance, Poondi Swami merely glanced at Dhan Singh, a businessman from Netaji Market in Velur, who suffered from diabetes. Swami assured Dhan Singh that he had no diabetes. However, Dhan Singh, skeptical, decided to verify his condition and underwent a checkup, only to be shocked along with his doctor to discover that he had become completely cured. Grateful for the kindness of Poondi Swami, Dhan Singh became a devoted follower. Once, Dhan Singh and a few devotees requested Swami to bless his shop. In response, Swami told the gathering, "I am always present at his shop." At that moment, Dhan Singh recalled his daily worship of the photograph of Poondi Swami in his shop and shed tears of joy at his omniscience and compassion for him. This event conveys to the devotees that there is no difference between venerating Swami and his photograph. On another occasion, a group of students from the neighboring Kalasapakkam town came to seek the darshan of Swami and asked if they would pass their exams. Swami positively affirmed their success 3 times, and true to his word, the students passed. Once, as a student approached him, Swami beckoned, saying, "Oh, judge, come, come." By the divine grace of Swami, the student eventually became a judge in Tiruvannamalai. A 9-year-old mute boy arrived with his parents from a village near Chennai to have a darshan of Poondi Swami. After all medical efforts had failed, they pleaded with Swami to help him. Poondi Swami assured them that the boy would eventually be cured and gave him some vibhuti. The parents decided to stay in Poondi village, holding on to their hopes for his healing. They devotedly served idlis to Swami. A few days later, tears of joy filled their eyes when they witnessed their mute son speak. They happily offered Swami money as Guru Dakshina, but Swami replied, "I only seek alms. I do not want money. Money should be given adequately to the doctor, teacher, washerman, and barber for their services, not meant for me." Another instance that demonstrated his indifference to money occurred when Swami was seated in a blissful state. Devotees would fold and place rupee notes of tens or hundreds on his fingers as expressions of gratitude, yet he never seemed to notice, remaining enveloped in bliss. Once, His Holiness Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Swamigal, fondly known as Mahapiriyava by his devotees, remarked, "We are like bulbs, but Poondi Swami is the transmitter. These bulbs cannot glow until the transmitter is on." Additionally, His Holiness Sri Gnanananda Swami stated, "He, that is Poondi Swami, is the topmost." Many spiritual figures have had the blessed darshan of Poondi Swami and spoken of him in glowing terms. Every Leela of Poondi Swami instilled faith and veneration in the people towards him. 3 days before he attained Samadhi, Poondi Swami told his devotee Sri Subramanian that he would go north to meet a few people before returning to Poondi village to settle for good. 2 days later, Swami informed Subramanian that he had met the 18 ancient Siddha Purushas of Tamil tradition. The next morning at 9 a.m. on November 3, 1978, Swami attained Samadhi. Heavy rains lashed Poondi village for 3 consecutive days, and news spread via radio, informing devotees from far-off places to come for his final darshan. The devotees interred his mortal remains in the same porch where he first arrived and always sat. The Google Maps location for his Samadhi shrine is in the video description. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.